I got a lot of digestive issues. I burp a lot, and I know that's gross, but I do burp a lot. That's why COVID was tough on me. I don't know if you burped into an N95 mask before.
No.
It does not go away, man. That's the best mask. I don't know if it keeps stuff out, but it keeps stuff in, I'll tell you that. That's the research I've done on my own. I don't know if burp is thicker than virus or not, but I almost choked out in a grocery store one time. I burped into that thing. It had 2 straps on it, got tangled up in my hair. Couldn't get it off. My glasses were fogging up. About to pass out in there. They're like, you got COVID? I'm like, no, I got a burp in here, man. You pull out a pocket knife, cut this thing off here. Trying to breathe a little bit. I'm just in here trying to get some grapes. I get a lot of heartburn. I got heartburn so bad I ruptured my appendix, and I didn't even really know it. I was just like, dang, this heartburn's getting bad, man. I'm used to it being up around in here, but now it's down here. It really feels about the same. I walked around like that for months. Finally went to the doctor, and they start pushing around on my stomach, and they get down here, and they send me to the hospital. And then I get to the hospital, and they did a full body scan on me, and the surgeon came back, and he said, it looks like a bomb went off where your appendix used to be. That was his real words. Looks like a bomb went off where your appendix used to be. Everybody was saying it. I heard him out in the hallway. It looks like a bomb went off. It was the talk of the hospital. They couldn't stop saying it. Everybody was saying it. That's all I was hearing. Then they found out I didn't have insurance, and they were like, well, it wasn't a full rupture. They're like, get out of here, man. Yeah, all right. I said, you take these antibiotics and you come back if it gets worse. And it did get worse. It did get worse. So I had to go back to the hospital, and they cut me open, did all kinds of things to my body. I don't know what they did, but I know if they put you to sleep and cut you open and you not wake up, they can do whatever they want to you in there. And I bet they did. You know what I mean? And I woke up after surgery, and they had me on an IV drip of ketamine. And I don't know if you've done ketamine before. One person does, because if you've done it, you can't contain yourself after somebody brings it up. You know what I mean? And for everybody else, the best way I could describe ketamine is if I had 2 appendixes, I'd try to rupture that other one. Just so I could do ketamine one more time, because that was honestly a lot of fun. I could close my eyes and immediately go into a dream. I'd open my eyes, tell my wife all these things I saw. It was a lot of things, and she'd be like, your eyes were closed for like 10 seconds. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I've been doing some time traveling, and there's some darkness coming. That's all I can tell you. It's getting dark. And I know people. I bet I could get some ketamine if I started asking around, you know? But I don't really want to be doing ketamine at the house, you know? It's fun to do drugs in the hospital, you know? You do something, you start freaking out a little bit, they give you something to correct yourself. Start freaking out with your friends, they're like, get out of here before you ruin the whole party. We're not driving you to the hospital tonight, get out of here. You know what I mean? Okay. So I don't have an appendix now, and they say you can live without it, and I guess that's true, you know? But I could also live without my feet, you know what I mean? I sure like having those things. Okay, we're having a good time. I did a TED Talk one time. I've done a lot of unintentional TED Talks, but I did one on purpose. If you don't know what a TED Talk is, that's where people stand on stage and talk and then nobody laughs. I've done it a few times unintentionally, but one time I did a TED Talk, and it was a TED Talk on we're having a good time, you know, like the power of positive thinking. Like no matter what's going on in your life, you just say we're having a good time and you'll feel better, right? very deep stuff. So I agreed to do it, and then I ruptured my appendix, and I'm laying in the hospital like, I don't know if I believe this anymore. You know? But I had already agreed to do it, so I was like, I'm gonna do it. And so I wrote out this great 15-minute TED Talk. It was very good, one of the best, I bet. And I gave myself 2 days to memorize it, which is not enough time. Maybe for you, not for me. So I show up to the venue, I get on the stage, I'm up there for about 2 minutes, and then I forget the rest of the TED Talk. So I forgot 13 of the 15 minutes.
Wow.
No.
And I'm just standing there, and then I just start doing jokes. And I'm like, I'm not about to bomb this TED Talk out here. So it's very funny, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. 1 minute I'm talking about the power of positive thinking, next minute I'm talking about growing up in a trailer park, making a lot of loose connections. It's on YouTube, don't watch it.
We gotta watch it.
And on the day we're doing the TED Talk, there's several people doing TED Talks, one right after another, you know? And the girl that went before me is talking a lot about pooping in a David's bridle, right? And I'm sure it was very good. I wasn't able to listen to the whole thing. I was in the back trying to memorize my own TED Talk. But I just kept hearing her talk about pooping in a David's bridle. Something big went down that day. That's all I know. And so when I go out, I'm just trying to break the ice a little bit, and I'm like, hey, I pooped in a lot of David's bridles. And then when my TED Talk came out, they left that part in.
Oh.
With no context.
No way.
You have no idea that the girl before me talked a lot about pooping in a David's bridle. You don't even know anyone went before me. For all you know, I was the one and only speaker that night. It was my night to do a TED Talk. People bought tickets just to see my TED Talk. And I decided to open with, hey, I pooped in a lot of David's bridles. And then never mention it again. I don't bring it back around at the end, put a little bow on it, and that's why I pooped in a lot of David's bridles. But a lot of people have seen it. They keep watching that thing. I wish they wouldn't, but they keep watching it. I don't know how long they're watching it, you know, I don't dig into those metrics. I don't like to see how long people are watching things. One time I checked my website, I wanted to see how long people were on my website for some reason. I don't know why I wanted to know that. But I checked, and it is a shockingly low amount of time. It seems like every person that clicks on my website goes, oh, whoops. I don't know how I got here, but must be a typo. Let's get out of here. But my website is dustyslay.com, right? And that makes sense, because that's my name. But I opened this website with GoDaddy.com years ago, and I had some problems with it, so I had to call GoDaddy. And I'm talking to him, and I don't know if I'm talking to Daddy or not. But well, they were reading off my website back to me, and they go, so it's dustyslay.com? Well, it's not that kind of website. So. But that may be the problem, right? Yeah. People think they're going to dustyslay.com. And they click on it, and I'm like, hey, I pooped in a lot of David's bridles.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And they're like, oh, bang. Clearing out the search history.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's so funny.
I don't know. We're having a good time. That laugh came out of nowhere, didn't it? We didn't see that one coming.